I need to go blow dry my hair. So with that, I'm gonna be going over probably my activities and some of my extracurriculars. Maybe share a tiny portion of my essay because I kind of want to keep some of this private. And I'm doing this partly because I'm interested in helping out the new students that are rising up, rise up gamers. Also, a lot of people in that last video were like, yeah, your essays and extracurriculars must have sucked. And I was like, oh, alright. Let's start off with the Common App. So I applied through the Common App. I'm sure most of you will do that too. It's also kind of weird talking to a camera. I'll have to get used to that. So, short list of my activities. So I was involved in a lot of student government / politics. So this year I'm the current president of SIAC, which is the Student Interschools Action Council. And what we did was essentially work with school admins. So we're talking like assistant superintendent, teachers, and we'd interview students, things like that, bring student perspectives into the district so that way we can implement positive change. So we've tackled issues such as drug use, suspensions, bullying. Another one was I was the student board member for our school. We're basically just giving updates on what your school is doing currently and how the students are faring to the board of trustees. And another one, so volunteering, big thing. You probably want to volunteer. Most college applicants do volunteer. If I recall correctly, I don't know the exact number, but it should be somewhere around 2,000 to 2,500 cumulative hours. So one of the main ones I've done was Artism, which is where I was a student project manager, and I taught art to autistic children or children with special needs. And this would hopefully not only teach them how to draw, but also to help them develop their confidence. Let's see. The next one is Respite, which is hosted by my local church. And you pair up with a special needs child who goes there, and you're kind of like their buddy for around 3 to 4 hours, and you help take care of them while their parents go out and get respite, hence the name. So I also worked with Alishan SEE in China, and their goal is, it's like an environmental project to plant 100 million suo trees in the desert to help stop the desertification from spreading further. Next was I traveled to Myanmar in an orphanage in a war zone twice to go help volunteer and help run kind of camps in a way. And I also like to cook, bake. So I do this thing called Cake for Kids. In the foster care system, these kids that don't celebrate their birthdays or don't get the chance to celebrate their birthdays, they send in a request going maybe the 6-year-old wanted Batman, for example, on his cake with maybe a vanilla cake and the colors yellow and green or blue or something, right? They give what they want, and then we make the cake and then package it up and then deliver it to the Cake for Kids area where they send it to the kid. And I'm also a senior leader in my Boy Scout troop. So for APs, right? I'm a current national AP scholar. I forgot the name of it, but it's one where you take 8 APs and then get a 4 or higher on them. So in my freshman year, I took 0 APs, and then my sophomore year I took 1 AP. I'm pretty sure AP World History. Junior year I took A Push, AP Calc BC, AP French, AP Lang, AP Psych, and then that was that for the APs. So that was 6 APs total. So in order to get the other 2, I also took I self-studied environmental science and took AP Chinese. And this year I'm currently taking AP Human Geo. I'm taking French 5. I'm not sure if you count that as an AP. I'm taking AP Macro AP Macro / Gov, AP Lit, and AP Stat. So fun! Woo! Alright, essay time. Okay, finally. Oh my gosh, this video is gonna be really long. I apologize. So for the essays, I'll just read a short introduction or short portion of my Common App essays. Locked inside the claustrophobic trunk of a minivan, thousands of miles away from home, I wondered what I had gotten myself into this time. Our vehicle bounced through the dense jungle terrain, stumbling through the endless forest. Every few minutes, I'd be sent flying into the air for seconds before hurtling back down. The other 9 passengers, seated security, smiled back at me as if to say, "You got yourself into this one." And they were not wrong. I was in fact on a trip in Punta Gorda, Belize. Our goal is to prevent the pervasive influence of drug and unprotected sexual activities from threatening the future of Belizean teens. And then for the short answer questions, which appear everywhere, and they're actually kind of harder to write than the big essays, because when you start writing your essays, or if you've already written it, you know that it's harder to condense information because most of you have done a lot of activities, and it's difficult to see what you need to write down. So make sure that you know exactly what you want the colleges to know about you. So next is Princeton. They had a lot of short answer questions, so I wanted to share a few of them. Academic work. So I studied in Beida, which is China's arguably #1 university. It's Beida, Tsinghua, but that's a different thing. So I studied in Peking University's law department and wrote a research paper on arbitration in international commercial law. I also participated in the Yale Young Global Scholars Program. I actually had 2 YYGS alumni see my video, and it was pretty cool. And I also took a course on alternative dispute resolution at Cornell and an economics course at UC Berkeley. So personal interests, I started my stock portfolio, which currently holds a gain of around 45 to 50%, although it recently dipped due to a slight correction in the market in around October of 2018. And if you're applying to Stanford, you'll know that Stanford has a lot of short answer questions, and I got rejected, so I don't know if you want to go keep these as a reference point, but let's see, imagine you had an extra hour in the day. How would you spend that time? So I wrote, I would spend that time composing piano or cello music. Music is a cathartic activity for me. When I'm bombarded by the constant stream of advanced coursework, I see a hand reaching towards me through the paperwork. It beckons. Come, compose music. My AP homework can wait an hour. So yeah, alright, standardized testing, everyone's favorite activity. Okay, so now that I've gotten all the boring stuff out of the way, by the way, so computer's closed, I can be more free. So, standardized testing, I kind of YOLO'd my SAT. So I took it one time and I got a 1560. So I took the ACT too, and so I just was like, okay, should I submit like one of them or just both of them, or like what? Because they're kind of like pretty much the same score. So I just ended up submitting both of them. Oh yeah, I forgot to say in the last video to make sure to like and subscribe and comment on this video. You know, like if you want to go get the views, right? You gotta get the subscriptions. Oh, no, not subscriptions. The comments and stuff, because like that way YouTube goes like, bah, more views for you, recommend into random people's feeds. So yeah, if you want though, like feel free to subscribe. Well, I have some cereal to be consuming, so with that, cheers.